If you want her phone to take pictures.
Low-wage system is like a form of slavery, and Walmart has been very much of an influence in creating this low-wage economy all across the globe. Here in the United States, we taxpayers end up paying for food stamps and health insurance for Walmart workers, because Walmart workers, most of them, don't qualify for their company's health insurance and don't make enough to put food on their table. This just stinks, and we're here to say stop it to Walmart. They've got
That's
away
right.
with
Stop
this.
it!
Stop it! We're here to say change your ways.
Change your ways!
We're here to say shame on you.
Shame on you!
All right, so thank you everybody for being here, and we're going to keep coming back and back and back until Walmart changes.
Paul, do you want to tell us a little bit why Occupy Naperville's decided to come out here every week?
Well, Occupy Naperville started 14 months ago, and we came up with 5 major goals. And at the top of the list was economic justice. Because we understand, and apparently the fat cats who make so much obscene money, where 5 members of the family who did nothing except inherit their money, make as much as 40% of the bottom part of Americans who are struggling, is obviously something very wrong. We at Occupy Naperville want to see an economic system that works for the people. The money doesn't trickle down from the fat cats, it comes from the bottom. So it's like Costco, which is just down the ways a little bit here. When if somebody works for them for 4 years, they can make $40,000 a year, and if you're with Walmart or Sam's, you're never going to make enough. You're struggling. The government has to provide money to support you because you're trying to just live and help your family be able to have some kind of food in a life. And what we need is we pay people decent wages like Costco does. They have money to spend on our economy. That's people at the bottom. The people who work for Costco love their company, love their job. We need companies where the workers are respected. They show that to the people who are in the working with our customers of the company, and everybody benefits. And then they can spend money, and our economy grows. It doesn't grow from the top down; it goes from the bottom up, and that's what Occupy Naperville believes, and what we will continue to do. And I am so proud of Occupy Naperville. We have people for 14 months who have come out every Saturday and protested and held GAs, and it's a great group of people because Occupy means we're here to stay until things change. Thank you.
Yeah. One more person, I think it's fair to hear what happens in the supply chain, how the products get to the shelf at Walmarts and at the Targets of the world. Products for Walmart, such as razors and baby bottles.
Nosotros queremos parar los abusos que nos cometen a los trabajadores. Se nos paga un sueldo muy bajo.
We want to stop the abuses that they're committing against us, and they pay us a terrible salary.
Somos discriminados.
We're discriminated against.
Somos abusados.
Abused.
Trabajamos horas sin ser compensadas.
They make us work hours without being compensated.
Estamos todas las mañanas desde las 4 de la mañana en la oficina para empezar a trabajar a las 7 de la mañana, a las 6 de la mañana.
We're at the day labor office waiting at 4 in the morning so that we can start work at 6 or 7.
Y todos los productos vienen a Walmart. No es justo tanto abuso, hay que parar todos los abusos.
And all these products from the Walmart, and we got to stop these abuses.
Queremos más beneficios, queremos mejores salarios.
We want more benefits and a better salary.
Queremos ser tratados con dignidad y con respeto.
And treated with dignity and respect. And we're asking people to call Norelco, the CEO of Norelco. His name is Greg Saboski. His telephone number is in this flyer right here. We are asking Norelco to look at their labor suppliers. They have signed on to United Nations Global Compact on how workers should be treated. Yet their labor suppliers are doing things such as not paying the workers, stealing their wages, discriminating against people, using people as if they were plastic cups and throwing them away. We just had a worker that was injured at Staffing Network, and he was sent home because he filed a worker comp complaint. And all the workers in that factory know if they're injured that they shouldn't report it because they too will get fired. This has to stop, and we're calling on Walmart to use its strength and influence to get these suppliers to respect the rights of workers. They can do something just like Costco does, but they don't. And that's why we're here today. Thank you.
Thank you. One more speaker. Go ahead. Come on up. My good brother from the warehouse workers in Joliet who went on strike. This summer, Downs and Justice, a lot of other community leaders went out to support the warehouse workers in what's the largest warehouse, not just in the United States, but in the world. And they took a courageous step in October to go on strike, stand up for better working conditions. Eventually they were let back in, and then they were originally fired. But go ahead and tell your story, brother, because you were there.
You know, it's amazing because you guys have heard it. It's, whether it's retail or warehouse or anywhere in the supply chain, we've all got the same issue. You know, we walked out on an unfair labor practice asking for some basic respect on the job, safe working place, and you know, a living wage. As it's been said, Walmart is the biggest private sector employer in the world. You know, they kind of set the standards in all sorts of things like logistics, trucking, retail. Being that big, it's time for better standards. We don't make enough money to barely support ourselves, let alone a family. I'm proud to see so many people standing up for Walmart workers because, you know, it's time for a change. You guys have heard it all from the other workers. It's respect and a living wage. So thank you all for being here and standing with us. We're somewhere warm.
Tell us a little bit about getting what happened when you guys went to submit a petition and what they did to you in retaliation.
In September, we had organized, came up with a petition, got quite a few signatures. The day we decided to present it to management, they would not take it. Management is apparently very afraid of signatures, which we decided that day we're going to go on strike. They illegally fired all of us. We are protected. It was an unfair labor practice strike. They fired us. 21-day strike. During our strike, we made a trip to Bentonville. Actually, for the first time in, I think, Walmart's history, some of the CEOs actually sat down and talked to us. Promised some changes that we haven't really seen yet. But, you know, we caused enough problems that we did get back into the warehouse. Managed to get back in with full back pay, which is pretty unheard of.
Yeah.
So we got back in, continued to organize. Just a few weeks ago, we presented our second petition. This time with 130 signatures on it. Represented 6 or 7 different companies that work in the warehouse, which is full of temp agencies. And for the second time, they wouldn't take it. And for the second time, I've been illegally fired. So my back pay clock is ticking. Just kind of waiting on the labor board now, playing the waiting game. But I have faith I'll be back in.
Are we done yet? No! Are we going to stick with these guys when they demand justice in the workplace?
Yes!
Because we can't survive on $8.25. Tell Walmart we can't survive on $8.25.
We can't survive on $8.25.
We can't survive on $8.25. We can't survive on $8.25.
Walmart's #1 product, economic slavery. Walmart's #1 product, economic slavery. Walmart's #1 product, economic slavery.
Well, thanks everybody for coming out. I know that some people are cold and wet and probably want to go in. I know there's some people that may want to go walk by Walmart. I'm for it if anybody wants to. But you're welcome to stay out here, and I know that some are going to run for warmth and cover. But thanks everybody for coming out. I guess we'll be back here next week. Is that correct, Paul?
Yeah.
No, we're
Okay.
taking next week off.
Oh, I'm sorry, but no, we can't because of the holiday. We got too busy on the holiday.
Does anybody else have upcoming events they want to make an announcement about?
Occupy Elgin this afternoon at 1 o'clock. We're going to focus on climate change and fracking.
An update on Great Kitchens, Mary. The worker who was fired at Great Kitchens in Romeoville, that's the company that makes all the pizzas for Walmart. We're filing a worker comp claim. We got a letter from their attorney demanding that he sign a $1,000 severance agreement, agree to confidentiality, do a personal apology to the president of Staffing Network and the Chicago Workers Collaborative, write a letter retracting and apologizing to the president of Staffing Network, who always said it was retaliating against workers. We ain't gonna lie. He's retaliating against workers and we're going back. They ain't seen nothing yet.
Is this your bag? No, it's Tim's.
That's Mary's bag.
Okay. It's getting passed around.
Not her bag, but she has those beautiful flyers in it.